Hello. We've watched The Two Doctors over 2 nights, and the reason for that is that one of the three of us who usually watch Doctor Who fell asleep. It wasn't the dog. Now, episode 3. Oh, by the way, there's so much Doctor Who going on in the house today. I've got Humphrey over there watching some DT. Winnie's over there. I don't know what she's watching. It's brilliant. Like, this is exactly what I imagine my life would be like at 45. Anyway,
You're never 45.
I am. I know. I don't look it.
You're married to a beautiful 27-year-old.
I know. I'm a very fortunate man. So, Two Doctors episode 3 is a really good episode of Doctor Who. I really, really enjoyed it. It had your prerequisite mix of everything I want my Doctor Who to be. There are some problems, hangover problems with the Two Doctors. Let's do the good stuff. Pat as Androgum is brilliant. Pat as Androgum works fantastically, and it just goes to show the quality of Pat Troughton as an actor, because that wasn't that was a full-bodied performance as an Androgum, and the little double act he sets up with Shockeye really, really pings. I really love that. I love the bit when he wakes up from the operation and goes, truffles in a white wine cellar and all that kind of nonsense. I loved all that. I think that this is the most simply heroic we've seen Colin's Doctor, and there's a genuine affection between him and Perry, which is really, really nice. I mean, if Colin's Doctor carried on this trajectory, I really think that we could wash away. This would have been the first step towards what I think Colin wanted to do, which was this long transition from being a grumpy, miserable to being the more avuncular, warm Doctor that he can be on the Big Finish audios and things like that. So I loved all that. That was really good. I like Dastari's change of heart. I like the escaping from the chains. I like Jamie being chained up. There's a lot to love about this episode of Doctor Who. And then we had your traditional slightly bickering argument between two doctors before one disappears off in the TARDIS. So let's just flatten this out. Great episode of Doctor Who. Genuinely, I really, really have enjoyed that episode of Doctor Who. Way more than the first 2 episodes. I just thought it was really, really good. I do have a number of issues that I think are symptomatic of the programme at the moment. This obsession with continuity and then just ignoring continuity. Now, I'm not bothered. Do one or the other. Do deep continuity-ridden stories or don't do any continuity at all. But the idea that you can mix and match, and it sounds ridiculous, but just ignoring the fact that you've just implied that the second Doctor, who predates the Sixth Doctor, obviously, has got something that the Sixth Doctor wants and has never had, makes not the slightest bit of sense. Now, these days, there are certain bits of Doctor Who that you can use to explain that away. But there's nothing like that here, so it just makes no sense. It sticks in the craw when you watch it, you think, but that doesn't make any sense. And it's a shame, because it's just an unnecessary thing. There's ways around that. Odd lines of dialogue. RTD does that sort of stuff in his sleep. So that frustrates me. The whole Androgum-ism of this is deeply problematic, because I don't think at any point they truly get a handle on what the moral standpoint of the Doctor, of the programme is about it. Like, Dastari goes at the end, I should never have done this with Androgum. Well, why not? I mean, these are sentient beings. They've got to have some capacity for growth and development and stuff, and I just don't understand why the programme is so anti-Androgum. Now, I'm going to lay that down. Now, I'm running the risk here. I meant to do a bit of research before I did the video. I'm wondering if the directors lost a little bit of sense of this story, if I'm perfectly honest, at points. I feel that... here's the other thing. Oscar. So, and this ties into what I'm saying. Oscar's death, I absolutely howled with laughter at.
But it was really sad.
But I'm not supposed to howl with laughter at it. Like, I'm really not supposed to find that funny. But because Oscar is this broadly drawn character, I don't feel that I'm not going to blame the writer, because Holmes has got form. And maybe the director's somebody that I should be paying a bit more heed to. But when Oscar dies and Anita's there and he starts quoting Hamlet, I was howling. And I shouldn't be howling at that. He shouldn't have died. That would be the easy way around that, wouldn't it? You could have done it. Totally unnecessary, potentially top moment of Baker's tenure as the Doctor. But just so weirdly, I mean, that's the problem with this story. I just think there's just so many weird, spiky bits where it doesn't... the phrase I've used, and Liv's going to shout at me right now for saying it, is this story both wants its cake, wants to eat its cake, and wants to freeze half the cake for later. That's how much cake usage this programme wants. It wants not only... So anyway, there we are. Look, you know, the whole... When we started this a million years ago, a house ago, a child ago, a dog ago, I said I wanted to watch them episodically because I feel that's... and that actually, we're going to lose that soon, aren't we? We're going to lose that as we transition into New Who. That intent is just going to go. But I've really enjoyed... That's fine. No, it's not fine. I'm sorry you're in pain. And I'm sorry I just dropped that cup. I really enjoyed that episode of Doctor Who. That's basically what I'm trying to say here. And whilst I think the first episode was clunky and the second episode continued that third episode was joyous. I really, really did enjoy that. Especially Oscar dying was really funny. Oh, yeah. And I'm not mad. Again, this is about balance, isn't it? Colin Baker, the Sixth Doctor killing Shockeye, whilst I can rationalise that, is a flipping grim image, isn't it? On a flipping... Are we on Saturday nights again now? I think we might be. Is a grim Saturday night image. I am not... Or are we against Coronation Street? I can't remember. But whenever we're on, families are watching this. We watched, you know, spoilers, Doctor Who, Why Blue Yonder, yesterday. My brilliant 9-year-old was a bit scared, right? And it's fair to say that, you know, it was pushing at the outer limits of what he could deal with. I'm not sure... I mean, maybe now with the buffer of time, you could see that. But if that was now, if DT had done that sort of thing last night, I'd have felt a bit awkward about that, I'll be perfectly honest. But there we go. Anyway, 7 minutes talking about that. Next story has a really weird personal connection with me. I will tell you about it next time. Bye-bye.